I'm WG and it's time for our Season 2 patch notes / stream summary vid. So, before we get into this, which is a more structured breakdown of what the stream was all about, let me already give you, I guess you could say, the biggest highlight that we learned very much towards the end of the stream, and that is, it is confirmed that Season 2 in its entirety is not going to contain a limited unit, and that is due to limited units or seasonal units being based on seasons, like, you know, summer, winter, spring, but also seasonal events like Christmas and such, instead of being once per season. So now that we have that out of the way, and you know that you can probably go ham for at minimum one character doing the entirety of Season 2, let's go on with the Galactic Disaster Season 2. The way we'll be doing this is anything we've already known. For the most part, we'll just brief through, I'll sum up, and we try to keep it as short as possible. So first off, we have the new story where we unlock the chapter 1 of the story with the maintenance tomorrow. The next one is going to be with the release of Typhara, or the second character of Season 3. And then the final part is going to be on the 18th for chapter 3. Is there actually a bit of a delay here? Let's see. No, February only has 3 days. So yeah, once again, 3 weeks after, on the 18th, we're going to get the final chapter. So the unlock conditions, I think, yeah, let's see. Each story will be added to the story after the Galactic season ends, and the Chaos Burning Life will be added. You can now play the new Chaos to obtain new seasonal save data. This is the Burning Chaos, and you can see the main planet is Order. Now, kind of feels like this should have been Yuki, right? But 9 is Order, the planet is Order, and it's probably going to have like a sprinkle of, I'd say, justice. So, to unlock the planet, you need to clear Chapter 1, Episode 10, called The Standoff. Progression details are, again, 8,000 points, and so long as you make it past difficulty 4 into this purple difficulty, you need to play 2 runs to fully get the 8,000 points to get the full, seasonal item rewards. Progress is again reset, and then you get Burning Life, which is the name of, Burning Life is the name of the planet, and then we will see the name of the seasonal currency a bit later. Now, Distortion Adaptation. Distortion Adaptation is kind of an extra additional leveling system. So, chaos is often accompanied by large-scale disasters, threaten humanity, phenomena. Pretty much during which memory fragments will be implanted or potential will be unlocked. Distortion Adaptation will only be applied during the season of karmic fire, and when distortion is active, the following effects will be applied to own combatants. If a combatant's or partner level is lower than the level of the infiltrated chaos, meaning if you go, for example, into a level 50 chaos, the baseline is going to be level 50, and it's going to be pushed to that level. And there will also be stat bonuses applied on the recommended memory fragments for exploration. A recommended partner for the combatant will be provided and can be assigned. For potential nodes recommended for chaos exploration, if a node's level is lower than the recommended level, it will be adjusted. So you're pretty much getting a buff for the entirety of your account, which should allow you to use every single hero regardless of investment level. Nebula Distortion. The intense aspect distortions observed even more difficult as the distortion stack. So it's again these like Nebula Distortion bosses, and it can be challenged using basic save data or Seed of Karmic Fire save data. Basic save data is the 15,000 that every character starts with, meaning if you want to challenge Nebula Distortion with proper decks, you'll have to play the season content. To get this, you just have to clear the new Chaos Burning Life, and it opens on the maintenance, where we then get the next boss. So we get the first boss, Elemental Spirit, on maintenance, the next boss with the release of we're actually getting it 2 weeks after, so before the release of the second character, so 2 weeks after season release, we get Viardios, and then we get the Plague Lord another 2 weeks after. Yeah, another 2 weeks after that, we're going to get the Plague Lord, the third and final boss. Alright, now Great Rift. Great Rift will unlock week 3 and forward, right, with the with end of the third week, with release of the second character, we get a Great Rift. the first half going until the 18th before the maintenance, and then from the 18th until the 8th of April before the maintenance we get Great Drift, the second half. Now, supply store operation, you can obtain rewards from a supply store using Radiant Life. Radiant Life is the name of the currency that you'll acquire through various events, collection rewards, playing rewards, game rewards. You get the deal. Now, the schedule is going to be the first supply will be opened, the second one again with the second character, third one with the third character. This one again is the one to contain the dupe. This one will again be the one where you can get yourself the free character dupe right here in the second supply on the 25th. And if not at the latest, it's going to be on the 3rd. So the first supply store rewards are going to be once again full stamina, 1 stamina refresh for free every week. The Flash of Potential, which is the new item that allows you to change any card in a finished deck to an epiphany of your choice out of the 5 epiphanies it has available. And if it has a divine, the divine will be carried over so long as it's applicable. Damage boost to damage cards, morale and resolve boost from upgrade card to upgrade card. You get the deal. You will be able to buy this once per account, probably once per schedule, making it a very, very rare resource, and I can't stress it enough. Be careful when you use it. This should only really be used to, you know, put the finishing touches on a deck and make it perfect. Then we're going to get ourselves 5 premium summons, 5 normal summons, 5 fashion summons, and then as well also a undetermined ego crystal, which is again the ability to final potential a character or a final potential, and then other multiple different upgrade materials, as well as also the ability to craft a piece with a guaranteed main stat of your choice of any set that you want. Where then we have ourselves Galactic Medals. Galactic Medals is going to be the place for you to track your progress. Here you see the Great Rift 1, Great Rift 2, Boss 1, Boss 2, Boss 3. And then here we have the medal collection, where at the end of the season your goal is going to be to collect all these, and then it will also provide you stickers and the like as a reward. Then we have ourselves the 9 Rescue Raid Up banner. The banner for 9 is going to contain 9 Amir and Ray. 9 Amir Ray are going to be the units on the banner. And here we have the entirety of her kit. She's going to have an attack of 446, but that is fully upgraded with max potential. But what we should really look for is clearly the defense, being at 191 defense at base. Is that high? Is that low? It's a bit hard to say, but you'll also see that she has a crit chance talent, and she also has a crit damage talent, so she is as close to a true DPS you're ever gonna find on a Vanguard. So then right here you have yourself the entirety of her abilities. If you're interested in that, we have a full breakdown already on the channel that you can watch. Same is true for Althea, where we can get the entirety of her kit right here, including ego skill exclusive effect and the like. Again, also in a set 9 reveal video, where we now have ourselves the event, the 9th Street Mercenary Office. So, 3 new assignments are coming to the Combatant 9 on the event page, which contains of training missions, battle missions, and completing assignments by 9 together. When you go through these missions, you can use trial save data for 9, so you'll be learning about 9, you'll be learning how to use her, you'll be presented with different decks. And the rewards here are, pretty straightforward. You're going to get a bunch of crystals. Let's actually see if we can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 600 crystals in rewards right there. And then also you can see it right here. Promotion materials needed, as well as also potential essential materials and gear crafting materials, as well as also dedicate gear crafting materials, giving you that extra push you need, as well as also, pretty much giving you that extra push you need to help building 9 and making sure you have her maxed out in terms of promotion, potential, and the like. Then also, once again, a tactical simulation, again explaining to you how 9 works with the full banner characters of 9 Ray Amir, where you are provided with crystals and some more battle materials, some units, and the like. Another check-in event just at the start from the launch. We're going to again get 10 premium summons, 10 fashion summons, And yeah, 10 normal summons, 10 premium summons, 10 fashion summons, always on the 7th day. But you can also use gems to reassign. So if you like misassign a day, you can use gems to purchase the day, and you might even be able to rush complete this if you, for example, wanted to use those 10 premium summons on the last day of 9's banner and you haven't logged in. So some pretty sweet rewards. You can see it right here: 10 premiums, 10 premiums, 10 premiums, as well as also again more potential and upgrade materials, so it should by all means be even easier to level 9 up. This is the exploration rewards for the new chaos. So you just play the game, you go through different events, you increase your exploration level, and in exchange you get more seasonal currency that you can then also use to re-roll the planets as well once you get to exploration level 20. Then the event Into the Depths of the Chaos during the event period by clearing missions. Let's see when this one starts. Also starts tomorrow. A Chaos selection chest, and you can either choose to get Chaos Orbs or Crystals of Discord. Chaos Orbs attained from the selection chest do not affect the Chaos Matrix. So it's the difference between you getting Chaos Orbs so you can reroll zero system planets, or you getting Crystals of Discord that you can use in the shop to buy up to 5 standard summons every month, as well as also the plethora of other rewards available there. Clear Divine Intervention Codex gives you a chest, so it's unlocked through the 7 days, and it's kind of like just missions that you're usually going to do anyway, so for the most part you're just going to get it on the side, as well as also here, for example, you having to find a Divine Intervention or beat a Divine Intervention Codex. Then starting from the 10th we have the sweet rewards after missions, where you can just use up your stamina, your ether, and for that you get again materials, summons, materials, gems that you can translate into summons and the like. So it's just extra rewards. You can see the entire breakdown right here. It's more stuff. And then here again, 2 weeks after season launch, another one of you doing prophecies, getting even more gems. And then let's see, is that basin? Okay, so the event celebrating the start of Galactic Disaster Season 2, new Protoss rescue support. The mail will be sent to all new Protoss who register during the eligibility period. A premium 10 pull. Okay, so you just get a premium 10 pull. So for every new player that starts, they get an additional premium 10 pull in their inventory, allowing them to more easily pick up the game and get a grip. And if you're interested in re-rolling, it's not the worst time ever. Basin of Hyperspace, new season begins. So once again, the effect this time is on card exhaust. You increase defense-based damage of attack cards by 30%, one time per turn, maximum twice, so up to 60%. And the rewards are again going to be 1,000 gems, 300 Zeronium crystals, and the like. So you can rush through that one, you can take your time, but just make sure you do it before the next character comes out. Yeah, this one here is the breakdown of the save data storage rule adjustments. If you want to know a bit more about it, you can watch my video called Save Data 2.0 Explained, where you get the full breakdown of how this all works. And then we have ourselves other memories. What's important here though is that the effects added through refinement or the God's Hammer will also have a save data value, so similar to forbidden cards from last season. Using the seasonal effect, taking advantage of the seasonal mechanic will also add save data points. Alrighty, so combatants, partners, memory fragments, and equipment balance adjustments. They made adjustments to the 4 stars and the 5 stars. We'll go entirely through what they've changed there in a later video when I get the time to properly break it all down for you. And then you get like the full numbers, the full increases, and the like. Here's just a bit more of a comprehensive list. Alright, so let's have a look. They understand and take seriously, may alter some of the experiences. And as a compensation, we get 3 Flash of Potentials, which allow allow you to just change any card into another desired card. Keep in mind this item is still very rare, so you should be very careful with what you do with it. And then this one will be sent on, yeah, after the maintenance. Okay, let's see. Can also be used on cards that do not currently have an epiphany. Can be used on cards that don't have an epiphany. Will not be consumed by just viewing the cards. When used on the divine card, only if the divine epiphany applies. If the divine doesn't apply, it will be removed instead of providing another one. Cannot be used on default save data or on save data that does not contain any cards valid to be used on. And you can obviously get it through Radiant Life. And also for Tressa and Cassius who underwent the full rework, there will be an opportunity to reset their progression and get a refund. Once again, starting from the maintenance as well, there will be a reset growth button for the two other characters. So you'll get the promotion and potential growth materials as well as all currency including units as a refund. So you can see that right here. Also important is you can see it's refunded in character unspecific materials. So you can use these to promote any character you like. You can use this to potential any character you like. Meaning that you don't have to use Tressa to level up another Void character or Cassius to level up another Instinct character. With the Season 2 update, if a card's cost or type is changed and it can no longer have its previously applied Epiphany or Divine Epiphany, it will be classified as an adjustment target card. Adjustment target cards will be reverted to a base state with no Epiphany applied and will be displayed in a save data UIs as eligible for Epiphany application. Cards that previously had Divine Epiphany applied will be displayed in rainbow colors, while cards that did not will be displayed in gold. You can click the save data to apply an Epiphany. Standard Epiphany rules apply, and Divine Epiphany is guaranteed only for cards that previously had a Divine Epiphany. If you attempt to enter, so basically for any cards that got changed, you now have the ability to re-epiphany these decks. Which is honestly pretty generous and the best way they could have done it, and this is kind of the way how it looks. You also keep your divines if they were divine before. Then the next right here is the auditory, zero system reset, right? We're getting a zero system reset, which then also allows us to get more stat boosts again and more upgrades, including the very important abilities to redo divines at save data rest places, to redo epiphanies at rest places, and also to select a copy target, and the unlock conditions for the first one, for just the stat boost and some shop boosts and the like, is just to get the zero system. For the second one, you need to clear a codex of difficulty 6, which you do by getting a difficulty 5 codex, clearing it to its highest level, then getting a promotional opportunity by getting a codex that's between 4 and 8 levels higher, allowing you to break the level barrier and get difficulty 6. And then the final one is upon clearing difficulty 8, which is then the ability to unlock everything right here and start the grind on seasonal currency so that you can fully max out the zero system passives for now. Chaos Architect and currency conversion information. The exclusive currency Chaos Architect will be added. With the revamp of the Zero system, a new upgrade currency called Chaos Architect will be added. It can be obtained as a result upon completing Codex and Galactic Disaster Chaos, and it's used to unlock and upgrade each grade within the Zero system upgrade system. Reset of existing Zero skills and conversion compensation. Due to the Zero upgrade system revamp, previously upgraded Zero skill data will be reset. The total amount of Chaos Orbs spent on skills that were fully upgraded at the time of the update, and it will be calculated at a 1-to-1 ratio, which might just allow us to fully level up the entirety of this system instantly, so long as they didn't add in more, because if they did, that just means we need to do a bit of farming on our own so that we can then enjoy the full stat bonuses from this system. For this currency conversion, to ensure convenience, will be destroyed via direct storage rather than through the mail, and after the update maintenance and you log into the game, Chaos Architect will be immediately reflected in your own currency list. Yeah, it just makes sense, right? reduce the inconvenience of claiming them and make sure that it cannot be missed in the mailbox, which is hugely important. When playing a codex with the Seed of Karmic Fire applied, you can obtain weekly progress. As I said, starting from difficulty 6, you get 4,000, meaning you only need to do 2, and you have the full 8,000 progression. Mythic grade codexes will be added. When a Galactic Disaster Season is activated, the unique option of the corresponding Galactic Disaster Season is guaranteed to appear. The appearing chaos types are Blueport, Twinster, Shadow, City of Mist, Swamp of Judgment, Foretold Ruins, with just 5 types total. And when the Galactic Disaster, there's like a button where you can activate the Galactic Disaster. And when the Galactic Disaster is deactivated, unique options from previous Galactic Disasters may appear based on probability on either Blueport, Twinster, Shadow, City of Mist, Swamp of Judgment, Foretold Ruin, or Lab 0. When merging Chaos Orbs, the functionality will change and the Mythic grade will be newly added. When selecting the Codex range, the highest difficulty will be selected by default. The appearance rate for each Codex will be adjusted overall. Okay. Ooh, that's very important. So, Mythic, there's probably a typo, it should say 10%, because otherwise it doesn't add up to... No, it doesn't have to add up to 100% rates. So, if you clear a Chaos, you have a 50% chance uncommon, 40% chance rare, 10% chance legendary, which is what it was before, and now it's a 10% uncommon, 20% rare, 40% legendary, 30% mythic, so a 70% chance to get a legendary or mythic planet upon clearing a planet. Now you also, upon merging it with units, have a 20-40-40 split in terms of uncommon, rare, and legendary. But if you merge using Chaos Orbs, which become readily available once you've maxed out your zero system, you now have a 40% chance at legendary, 60% chance at mythic, meaning you're guaranteed a legendary, and then a very high chance to run away with a mythic planet, which is honestly quite crazy. Some effects among codex penalties will be adjusted. Gangrene now reduces health by 3% and at maximum by 5%. It is now even harder to deal with than before, making it one of the strongest debuffs in the entire game as of this moment. And I would assume you're at minimum gonna get like a Gangrene 1, maybe even Gangrene 3 if you want to take on a mythic type codex. The 50% codex merging cost event will end and costs will return back to normal, making them the 72,000 units or 150 Chaos Orbs, where the preferred currency definitely is Chaos Orbs, because you can get those upon beating bosses, you can get those upon playing the Chaos, and you can use those to get the 40-60 rates for codex. When obtaining a codex of mythic grade through the zero system, there's a certain chance to obtain a codex with a special unique option applied. The difficulty grade, number of penalties 4, unique option additional appearance rate. Okay, so 40% of all mythic codexes will have the additional divine intervention, whereas 60% of them will just have 4 penalties, which is 1 more penalty than legendary even has, making this even stronger. So if you get the unique additional appearance rate, then you start with the divine intervention, and what the divine intervention does is it's going to give us the penalties right here, but in exchange you can obtain clues to the gods' hidden stories, which reward you with Chaos Orbs and Chaos Crystals, as well as also premium currency for discovering hidden stories. So, what do they do? Kraken's Oracle, at the end of the turn if AP is remaining, increase stress of allies by 2, and the Divine Fate is when you use a card with cost 2 or higher, gain 2 AP and draw 1 card. Divine Fates are the cards that get put into your deck that should help you complete the run by converting a card and getting removed at the end of the run. Increased damage amount taken by allies by 30%. That's, I feel like, a little bit more deadly than the top one. But also you only gain, your shield gain is increased by 200%, and at the end of the turn you retain shield and inflicts fixed damage to all enemies equal to the shield owned if you use the card, right? Sacred's Breath is changing the hit count of all attack cards to 1, which can be really devastating, but it also increases the damage amount by 200% for each hit decreased on an attack card, which is an interesting trade-off. And then also when 4 attack cards are used, end turn and triple the hit count of attack cards. That is some very, very interesting stuff. That is some very interesting penalties, but also rewards. Divine Fate through powerful Divine Fate abilities that allow you to face impulse strikes and strengthen enemies. You can now get a special combat experience. Okay, when the Galactic Disaster toggle is activated, the Seed of Karmic Fire option will appear guaranteed at all codex difficulties. In a Mythic grade codexes obtained through the Galactic Disaster Season Codex, merging the Divine Intervention option may additionally appear regardless of whether the Seed of Karmic Fire option is applied. The arena effect that appears in Galactic Disaster 2 will be added to codexes as the unique option Seed of Karmic Fire. The option previously available as a general codex option, Dimensional Tunnels, will have occurred in each of the outskirts and interior on the unidentified areas, will be changed to unique option Forbidden Catalyst. When the Galactic Disaster toggle is inactivated, it appears probabilistically in Mythic codexes only when codex merging is deactivated. Clearing a codex with Forbidden Catalyst will grant Forbidden Catalyst season save data. However, Forbidden Catalyst season save data can only be used in content outside of Season 2, in combat missions, combat training simulation, basin of higher space, Spiral Tower of Infinity, etc. Zero System Archive. The Archive feature, which allows you to view stories related to gods, will be unlocked. Stories in the Archive will unlock by clearing codexes with unique options. And you can now view stories related to Dialos, Kraken, Sacred, and Nihilium. Zero Matrix Reset. Codex Unlock will now be level 30, which should allow new players to experience chaos after, I don't know, 2 or 3 or 4 days if they want to. Realistically, even without having to buy stamina refreshes, which is generally pretty awesome. And ID editing card feature will be available. You can now edit your ID card however you like, also using character home screens in the background. We have the new sets. So set number 1 is going to, when generating or using exhaust skill cards, add 5% damage to amount to all allies. Using 3 gives 15%. And also the other set right here, it doesn't quite show it properly. But what the other set does is adds 30% damage to Order/Justice exhaust based attack cards. So for example Luke and 9. Though I'll personally probably use the old Order set instead for my 9. Yeah. Also Arc City new nodes. 10 new research nodes will be added, okay. Epion cost reduction. Delete memories cost reduction. No Shop training support. Unlock new items from No Shop. Battle memory support data. Amount of ether storage. Item merging / dismantling cost reduction. Okay, so delete memories is like in the trauma center, how much it costs you to delete the memories for a character, which is 20,000, can now go down. Upgrade memory fragment cost reduction, which can be huge in saving units. Unlocking new items in the core of memory. Increasing the maximum amount of communication passes you can have from 4 to 5. Policy point acquisition. Policy recharge time. And traces of memories. Okay. Interesting. More stuff. And these are the premium packs here themselves. 1.5 USD per 10 pull. Here again also this is 15 pulls, so 35 times 10 is obviously 35, 5 times 30, 17. So this is around like 1.4 bucks per summon. Here it's 30 summons plus 40 summons, so 70 summons at 99, making this probably the best value at like 1.2 per summon. And then the Sweet Confession gift is It's a decent deal for summons, but then you also get yourself affinity materials, making it not that bad. So yeah, this one is probably quite decent. Alright, the save effect will be changed before save. It's now called Stockpile. Card effect text for combatants Magna and Luke will be improved. There will be no functional changes, only text change. You can now save more gear. The overall HP of monsters above level 61 will be increased, so content will become a bit more difficult starting from level 61. The Arcanium supply, if there are rewards available in the mission tab, it will be improved so that you're taken directly there. When selecting swap while a memory fragment is currently equipped and equipping another combatant's memory fragment, it will be improved so that the two memory fragments are swapped and equipped with each other. Attribute related information in the help section, attribute weakness information, attribute help, rainbow attribute information to attribute help, background mute option. In the Maribel Shelter MK2 and Glacier Iron Fist card description, gain fixed equal to N will be changed to damage based shield, and an additional description will be added, so same with how 9 does it. And gain fixed equal to N of damage dealt can exceed 20% of max HP. Nice Decibel tooltips will be improved, and now on shuffle, extra attack by all allies to a random enemies. On shuffle, extra attack by all allies to a random enemy. Yay. Awesome. And then we have some bug fixes and some minor improvements, which should overall make things a lot better. And also, yeah, some general improvements and changes, which is pretty good. And that concludes the Season 2 patch notes, as well as also most, if not everything, what we've learned from this stream as a whole. Peace!